and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can take an ordinary tie and turn it into some scrunchies. So I recently had this idea of taking ties that are already tubes and making some of my own scrunchies out of them, because when you make a scrunchie all you do is make a tube and put elastic around it. It's like the easiest DIY in the book. And I thought this could make it even easier. End ties are usually a really bougie fabric. So this one here is a silk one that I found in my local charity shop. I fell in love with the colour of it. It's like a greeny blue iridescent. And none of the men in my life were going to wear this as a tie. So I thought, why not turn it into something I'd wear, which is scrunchies. So that's what we're going to do today. So I really hope you guys enjoy following along with this crazy DIY. And let's see if we can turn this tie into some scrunchies. So for this DIY, you're going to need a tie, obviously, which mine happens to blend in with my board a little bit too perfectly. So I'm actually going to scrap my cutting board, because what is the chances of that? I literally have picked a tie that is just going to blend in. So let's move the board and just do this on the tiles. So you're going to need a tie like this. Then you're going to need a needle and thread, just because there's not a lot of sewing involved, but you're going to need to just finish the scrunchies ever so slightly. So just a needle and thread that somewhat matches. Some elastic. Now I never do this properly, but my elastic is, I would say that is about 20 centimeters. Like these are just leftover elastics that I had. So I'm going to say, yeah, around about 20 to 25 centimeters is the elastic I'm using. But depending on your preference and how strong you want the scrunchies, well, not how strong, but how many times you can tie them around your hair is what decides that. So now I'm just going to just cut this tie in half, because I want to have one larger scrunchie using the wide end, and then one smaller scrunchie using the narrow end. Now for scrunchies, they tend to be round about, I tend to like the fabric to be about this long. So we're talking kind of like 30, 40 centimeters sort of length. So I think if we just cut these in half, and then where you cut, you're going to want to finish off the scrunchie, because it is sewn, but the stitching might undo. The scissors I have chosen for this are awful. Oh, maybe they're upside down. So you should now have two separate things. So you can see there, I've just disconnected one and the other. So we're going to do the big one first. So you should have a tube ready built that is already sewn by the tie. So we should be able to kind of utilize that. We might have to, let's have a look. What are we dealing with here? Can we go all the way down this tube? Yes, we can. Okay. So you're going to want to take one end of your elastic and put a safety pin on it. So I've picked really annoying elastic for this, but you can pick like 1 centimeter elastic, which makes this a lot easier. So just put that on the safety pin. It just helps sliding it through a lot easier. So just now slide through your safety pin until you get to the other side. Like so. So you should have something like this now. So now what you can do is take that safety pin off and tie your elastic. I've managed to pick up some thread here. Then tie your elastic together, not too tightly. You just want to just secure it so it doesn't undo. So just like this. Just like that. And now what we're going to want to do is we want to finish off this tie, with this hairband, sorry. So you want to, I'm going to stick the end of the tie inside the wider bit, and then I'm just going to take my needle and thread, and I'm going to sew that large ending here. I'm just going to do a few stitches to secure it to the edge there. And now I'm just going to secure the end of the tie to the surrounding fabric just to make it an infinity, just like a donut basically. So I'm just going to do a surface stitch kind of all the way around, not too tight, not too neat, just a very easy stitch. Just like this. And then just to finish off, I tend to tie the ending piece and the new piece just together, just to reinforce my knots. So I just do a double knot there. Just like that. And now you can cut off the excess. We have a scrunchie made out of a tie. So you might have a label like I do from the original tie. So I'm just going to unpick that on mine. Some will have this, some might not. So I'm going to try and unpick it quite neatly so it doesn't leave a mark. Just like that. Voila, you have a gorgeous silk scrunchie that no one would know used to have a life as a tie. Now I'm going to make the other one using the other half. So this is going to make an even smaller version of this scrunchie, and then you can do hairstyles using a big and little scrunchie. With this one it's going to be fiddly again, but I'm just going to take the elastic, put the safety pin through the end. If I can get it through. So it's easier to do this with 1 centimeter elastic, but I'm just using what I had to work with. I'm just sliding it on like that. And now I'm going to push it through the tie. So you just kind of feed that safety pin through, but you don't want to lose the end of the elastic. So make sure you hold the end and you just feed it and ruche the tie all over the elastic. Just like so, and you should have something like this. So then you want to tie together either end of the elastic. So let's just take the safety pin off and then just tie that into a knot. Like so. And now to finish off your scrunchie, you're just going to want to sew together the two ends. So I would put the rougher end inside the neater end that has the point and kind of just poke it in a little bit to kind of seal it. And then what you're going to want to do is just take a needle and thread and just secure the end, that nice neat point of the tie there, onto the tube. Utilize as much of the tie as you can that's already been really nicely finished, as it just saves a lot of extra work from you. So I'm just going to secure the point of the tie down like that, and then just do a very kind of loose stitch just all the way around, just to ensure it's not going to come apart when I wear it. Voila, you have another perfectly good scrunchie made out of a gorgeous silk. We have one large scrunchie made from the tie and then one smaller one made from the other half. So absolutely nothing was wasted, and we have two beautiful silk scrunchies. And there you have it, two beautiful scrunchies out of one tie. So I absolutely love this DIY. Like, I just thought of it and I thought, well, a tie is a tube, and I just was like, maybe it would work, and it works so well. So a lot of ties are silk, and silk is really good for the hair. So it's literally a win-win. But look how nice these have turned out, and the colour is just, I think it works better as scrunchies than it does the tie. So I think these have literally been upcycled into something a lot more wearable. So I've got a really big scrunchie for when I want to do like a crazy updo, and then a more kind of everyday scrunchie for everyday wear. So look how well they've turned out. I'm going to put them in my hair. So let's put the crazy one in first. Da, 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 da. But I'm literally, now when I go thrift shopping, I'm going to be checking out the pots of ties to see what fabrics we got. So we got, the big one doesn't actually look that big, but I do have a crazy amount of hair, so I think that's why I get away with that one. And then the little one, we can do like, I'll just tie it down here. Boom. I mean, hallelujah. Like, they're really nice scrunchies, and they're really nice quality because ties are really nice quality. So yeah, I really recommend giving this a go. This worked so well. So I'm very chuffed with myself about this DIY, I must say. But please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll also link my other social media down below if you'd like to follow me on there. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. I'll be back with more crazy DIYs in the future, hopefully. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.